Hey everybody, Chris here. So is Dogecoin going to have a huge 2025 following the 4-year cycles? We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And I'll be live next Monday night, probably a little later. We're going to be down in New York City for the weekend, but there's going to be a lot to talk about at the end of the weekend and going into the end of 2024. I still think things are going to be a little quiet there. I'll show you that on the charts. But also, I've been talking about these 4-year cycles for a while. And right now, so far, it seems to be playing out pretty much according to plan. Are we going to have a huge 2025? Well, I'm going to have my own separate video right after January 1st on that. My whole price prediction for Dogecoin and outlook for January and the year ahead. But for now, let's take a look at the news and the charts, and I'll show you what I'm looking at. We start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart, but this is blown out on the 4-hour chart, looking back to November and the big surge in Dogecoin's price, starting right before the election on November 5th, and the explosion in Doge's price since then. And what we're looking at now is a consolidation zone here between 30.3 cents and 34 cents here, and these come from the trading that happened back in November, where we had a resistance, a line of 30.3 on that first huge surge, and then after Dogecoin traded up to 42 cents, we saw support at 34 cents. Since we had that big leverage flush here the other week, huge sell-off happened. Again, wiping out huge leverage, mostly on Bitcoin and ETH, but Doge also dropped down. We have now settled in to what was once resistance is now support, 30.3 cents, and what was once support, now resistance at 34 cents. So that's where we are. And look at the volume. The volume here is practically nothing. Again, this Christmas and the week after, a lot of people on vacation, not a lot of volume of trading, so I expect this isn't really going to tick up probably until the start of 2025. But what about 2025? And what about this 4-year cycle thing that we're talking about? Well, I first started talking about it years ago, and if you go on my channel, you'll see like 1 year ago, right? Will Dogecoin follow the Bitcoin 4-year cycle? And in that video, I explain all about the 4-year cycles. Even took Rob's chart here from Digital Asset News and explained how the 4-year cycles work and what they are all about. So I invite you to watch that video to get a little more in depth. And then that was a year ago. I mean, that was when Doge's price was really low, and I was still talking about 2025 and everything pointing to, again, the bull run starting in fall 2024, which we have had that first pump on, and then looking forward to 2025. And again, we even had a big live stream here, and we went through the same thing, the crypto Bitcoin 4-year cycles, the Bitcoin halving, did that all on a live stream as well. Again, this was over a year ago. So where does that take us to now? Well, right now, Dogecoin targets, again, we'll be looking at what I believe will be the Dogecoin price targets in a video that I'll be doing next week, which will be 2025 Dogecoin. So we'll look at that. But we do have some interesting charts, though. Here's Chandler Bing. Shout out to Chandler. And his chart, congrats for getting posted here in this news article. And just looking at fractals and seeing where we are now and what the possibilities are for Doge going forward. And again, I'll be doing a little closer research on this for these targets in next week's video. Meanwhile, we look at 4-year cycles again based on the halvings, Bitcoin halvings every 4 years. We've got the US presidential elections every 4 years. And we also have the global money supply since 2008 tends to be really up every 4 years, and that's when we have these surges in prices of Bitcoin, as well as more recently the cryptos and the alts doing their surges as well. So again, we're still following according to plan. We'll see how it all plays out, but Crypto Rover is saying, look, Bitcoin history is repeating. In 2016 to 2017, when Trump won the U.S. elections, back then his first term, we did see a dump right before the inauguration, and so we can look forward to something like that possibly happening in January as well. Again, I'll be looking at this again in my video next week. But look what happens after. That is the potential that 2025 has as well. And here we are. Again, this is now 8 years after that. It looks like this cycle may be mirroring more what happened in 2016 to 2017 rather than 2020 to 2021, but we'll be watching that. And we're also looking at bullish signals again that are looking at, from 4 years ago, potential breakouts for Doge higher in 2025. So what about the big overall picture of these 4-year cycles? And I posted this actually on Christmas Day. Look at that. I posted this from Aurelian, and again, this shows very clearly how Bitcoin has traded for the past complete 3 cycles. And here we are, right here, right near the end of 2024. This is what's to come in 2025, and you can see what has happened the past 3 cycles with trading. Is this time going to be different, or is this really going to be the second bull and final top for the cycle? That's what we're talking about here. So be sure to follow me at ChrisPax here on X, where I continue to post charts and reference things Dogecoin and crypto related. So make sure you follow me there. There's a lot to talk about as we go forward on the 4-year cycles again. So what about these 4-year cycles? Again, I've been posting a number of different charts that other people have made as well. This is Trader Allen's, again, looking back at 2017, when we had, after the first pump, we had 2 more pumps. The same thing happened in 2021. We had the first pump in 2020, and then 2 more pumps in 2021. And here we are. We've had this first pump here, 2024, and now we're going into 2025. And I know sentiment is down right now. There's no Santa rally. Prices are stagnant. The same thing happened in 2020 and 2016 as well. Look how dead all of the trading was in 2016 right here. Again, same thing happens. This is the 4-year cycles, guys. Again, we look at these lines again from 2017, 2021, and here we go into 2025. And what's that target going to be? Are we going to have that next big pump or 2? Again, following the 4-year cycles. And again, chart after chart, pattern after pattern points to the bear markets followed by the big explosions in prices of Dogecoin that happens every 4 years. The 4-year cycles, again, we see every 4 years similar things happen. Here we are now near the end of 2024. This is still what's to come. Are we going to have this huge run on Bitcoin? Are we going to have the huge run? Maybe it's a double top again with some pullback in the middle like we had in 2021. Those are all the things we're looking forward to. And again, this 2-step jump every 4 years. Are we going to have that again? 4-year cycles. This one we talked about quite a bit here, where particularly with Dogecoin, the bear is extended on Dogecoin as opposed to how Bitcoin's chart works, just because of the negative sentiment that Dogecoin has. But when Dogecoin turns green, look how explosive those pumps are. Especially 2021, when we had those 2 huge pumps in 2021. This is what's coming. This is why you don't want to be selling your Dogecoin. Again, not financial advice, but this is what potentially is to come here for Dogecoin. Again, following 4-year cycles. So many charts. Again, similar things happening, right? After the bull starts to turn around to a bear, these rounded bottoms, the same thing happened this year in 2024. We had an early jump here in March up to 22 cents, retraced over the summer, and now we're higher. This is the first pump of potentially 2 more pumps that could come. And again, looking at like the last crypto 4-year cycle, Doge could have 2 more big pumps after the first pump. So, looking at the previous all-time highs, again, that first pump back in 2020 did not go past its previous all-time high from 2017. So here's Dogecoin's previous all-time high of 73 cents. Our first pump here that we had in 2024 did not go past that yet. Very similar to last cycle. So are we going to have 2 more pumps? And what is the potential for those pumps? Well, when I looked at this, again, this is a video that I made earlier this year, looking at the Dogecoin trading cycles, but also I had that video from a year ago. That's right, September 2023, again, was talking about the 4-year cycles and looking how Bitcoin and Dogecoin would be trading then. And so we reference that again here just because I've been consistent about that. I didn't wait and start talking about these cycles after Dogecoin went on this big run in 2024. I've been talking about this for years, and this is all what is leading up to what potentially is going to be an epic 2025. Now, when I first looked at this again, well, this was the second time I looked at it, again, identifying where we were at similar points, 2016 into 2017, 2020 into 2021, and here we are, 2024 going into 2025. And instead of looking at these, huge $18 prices, I was saying, well, it looks like we could have something upwards of $3 possibly looking at an arc here instead of the straight line, which is what Ali has, which goes up to $18. And I'm like, no, let's do this as an arc. And so I'm just looking at this is the potential that Dogecoin does have. And then I was like, again, I didn't just make this chart here after the big run. I had first made it back here in October. The price of Dogecoin at that time was 13 cents. We didn't have the run up to 48 cents yet, but I was predicting it. So again, we're still on track here. My thesis hasn't changed. We had these long bear markets followed by sort of a reset, and now this is the bull. And this is the possibility that we have going forward. And then one more chart I want to show you, and this is Trader Tardigrade, and congratulations to Trader Allen again for getting another of his charts published. This in the Coin Republic. Look at this. This is a yearly chart of Dogecoin, and you'll see a pattern of blue, red, yellow, and green. Green is 2017. So 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. Blue, red, yellow, green. Now starting in the next bear market, which is blue, 2018. Blue, red, yellow, green. Green being 2021. Dogecoin's explosive price up to 73 cents, which ends up being a big wick up here, and then back down to end the year. And then what do we have? Starting in 2022, blue, 2023 red, 2024 yellow. Here's the green to come. You couldn't make it simpler than this. This is an awesome diagram of the 4-year cycles for Dogecoin. This is what's to come. What is this going to be? We don't know yet, but I think this is huge going forward for 2025 and why I am still very bullish on Dogecoin. But right now, I know the sentiment is low, the volume of trading low. This is the end of the year. The same thing happened in 2020. The same thing happened in 2016. And here we are again. People are freaking out. Doge is dead. And I'm like, look what's to come. this is what the potential is. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about these 4-year cycles and your outlook for 2025? Give the video a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.